What if I told you that a few simple moves you do every day could unlock more energy, better circulation, and even bring back that spark in your relationships all after turning 60? Sounds almost too good to be true, right? But here's the thing. As we age, our bodies don't always cooperate like they used to. You might have noticed your hands or feet feeling cold more often, or maybe those intimate moments just aren't quite the same. It's not just in your head. Circulation plays a huge role in how alive and connected you feel, both physically and emotionally. Let me share a little story. My dear friend Mary, she's 68 and always loved gardening, but recently she was telling me how her legs would ache and her energy felt drained after just a few hours outside. She thought it was just part of getting older, but then she started doing a few gentle exercises daily, nothing fancy, just simple stretches and movements focused on getting her blood flowing. Within weeks, she was back out in her garden for hours, feeling lighter and more vibrant. And her husband even noticed how much more affectionate and lively she seemed. That's the power of improving circulation. Longevity after 60 is about more than just adding years. It's about adding life to those years. And it's never too late to start. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight or run marathons. The secret lies in consistency and choosing the right habits that fit your body and lifestyle. So, let's dive into a couple of those habits that have made a real difference for folks like Mary, the kind that are easy to weave into your day and don't require fancy equipment or a gym membership. First, think about the way you move right after you wake up. Do you jump out of bed and rush to your morning routine? Or maybe you linger, feeling stiff and sluggish. Here's a gentle habit that many overlook. Starting your day with some light, intentional movement. Imagine lying in bed and slowly stretching your arms overhead, giving your spine a little lengthening stretch. Then, softly bending your knees side to side or pointing your toes in circles. These tiny motions wake up your muscles and encourage your blood to start circulating right away. It's like telling your body, hey, it's time to get going. Instead of shocking your system with sudden movements, this gentle start helps prevent that stiff, achy feeling many of us know too well. One afternoon, I visited my neighbor Joe, who's 72. Joe told me he used to suffer from cold feet all the time, especially in winter. After I suggested he try simple ankle rotations and toe flexes in the morning, he gave it a shot, just 10 minutes a day. After a week, he said his feet felt warmer and more comfortable throughout the day. This is because those movements help the tiny blood vessels open up and push blood where it's needed most. Another habit to consider is what you do when you sit for a long time. Maybe it's reading, watching television, or chatting with friends. Sitting too long can slow down your circulation, especially in your legs. I've seen so many seniors complain about swollen ankles or that heavy feeling in their legs. A simple way to fight this is by gently pumping your feet up and down or doing seated marches, lifting one knee at a time while sitting. It's almost like giving your legs a mini workout, helping the blood keep moving instead of pooling and causing discomfort. Now, I know sometimes when you're deep in a good book or a favorite show, it's easy to forget to move, but setting little reminders, even on your phone, can be a game changer. For example, every 30 minutes, take just a minute to wiggle your toes, rotate your ankles, or stand and stretch if you can. These tiny breaks can add up to big improvements over time. And speaking of stretching, here's one that feels so good and helps with circulation and intimacy: pelvic tilts. You might think that sounds complicated, but it's just a gentle rocking of your hips while lying on your back or sitting. This movement increases blood flow to the pelvic area, which can help with energy and those intimate moments that sometimes fade with age. Imagine feeling more connected and alive, not just physically, but emotionally too. My friend Linda, who's 65, shared how these small daily pelvic tilts brought back a closeness with her partner that she hadn't felt in years. She told me it felt like rediscovering a part of herself that had been quiet for too long. And that's the magic. Improving circulation isn't just about health, it's about feeling whole again. As you begin to think about adding these habits, remember they don't have to take a lot of time. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a difference. And the best part? You can do them in the comfort of your home, at your own pace, no pressure. In the next part, I'll share a few more exercises that can build on these habits, helping you stay energized, feel younger, and bring warmth back to your life. But for now, why not try starting your day tomorrow with some gentle stretches in bed. See how your body responds and notice any changes over the coming days. You deserve to feel vibrant and connected, no matter your age. And sometimes, it just takes a little movement to remind your body of all the wonderful things it can still do. You know, as we settle into these gentle morning stretches and small movements during the day, it's amazing how much more alive our bodies begin to feel. But there's more we can do to keep that blood flowing and bring that sense of vitality back, not just in our limbs, but through our whole being. Let me tell you about my friend George. He's 70, retired, and a bit skeptical about exercise at first. "I'm too old for all that," he told me. But after a little encouragement, he started adding a few simple standing exercises into his daily routine. Now, George swears by them because they made a noticeable difference not only in his legs, but also in his confidence. One of these exercises is as easy as standing tall and gently rising onto your toes, then slowly lowering back down. It's called heel raises. It might seem too simple to matter, but this movement strengthens the calf muscles and encourages blood to pump back up from your legs toward your heart. It's a subtle but powerful way to fight that sluggish feeling many experience after sitting or standing too long. Plus, it improves balance, which is a bonus when you want to avoid those scary falls that so many seniors worry about. I remember George telling me, "At first, I thought it was silly, but after a week, my legs didn't feel as tired, and climbing stairs became less of a chore." And that's the key. These small changes add up and make daily life easier and more enjoyable. Another favorite is seated leg lifts. You can do them while watching television or sitting at the kitchen table. Just lift one leg at a time, hold it a few seconds, then lower it slowly. Repeat on the other side. This exercise wakes up the thigh muscles and improves circulation without putting strain on your joints. For those who find standing exercises challenging, this one is a wonderful alternative. Now, let's talk about something that sometimes gets overlooked but is so important: deep breathing. You might be surprised to hear that breathing deeply isn't just about calming your mind, it's a circulation booster too. When you take slow, deep breaths, you're helping your lungs take in more oxygen, which then travels through your blood, nourishing every cell in your body. One afternoon, I sat with my friend Helen, who's 67, as she practiced deep breathing exercises. She told me she'd struggled with feeling tired and disconnected, especially during stressful days. But with just 5 minutes of slow, mindful breathing twice a day, she noticed she had more energy and felt calmer. It was like giving her body a fresh start. Here's a little technique you can try. Sit comfortably, place one hand on your belly, and take a slow breath in through your nose, feeling your belly rise. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling your belly fall. Repeat this several times, focusing on the rhythm of your breath. Not only does this help circulation, but it also soothes your nervous system, reducing tension that can hold you back from feeling fully alive. And now, here's something a bit playful: gentle hip circles. I learned this from a yoga instructor who works with seniors, and it's fantastic for opening up the lower back and pelvic area. Standing or sitting, gently rotate your hips in small circles, like you're drawing a hula hoop around your waist. Start with a few in one direction, then switch. This movement encourages blood flow to areas that often become stiff or neglected as we age, supporting flexibility and, yes, intimacy too. Many seniors tell me that after adding hip circles to their routine, they felt more comfortable moving and noticed an improvement in their overall sense of well-being. Remember, the goal here isn't to push yourself or perform like an athlete. It's about inviting movement and circulation into your body in a way that feels good and doable. Sometimes, these little daily rituals can be the difference between feeling tired and achy or energized and ready to enjoy the moments that matter most. In the next part, I'll share a few more exercises that focus on your upper body and ways to bring all these movements together in a simple routine. Plus, I'll offer some encouraging words to help you keep going, because consistency is the true secret to lasting change. For now, why not try adding a few heel raises or seated leg lifts to your day? Notice how your legs feel afterward, and celebrate even the smallest improvements. Every step counts on this journey to feeling your best after 60. By now, you've probably started to feel a bit more in tune with your body, maybe even noticed a little spring in your step or a warm glow in your legs after those simple exercises. That's exactly what we're aiming for. Gentle, steady progress that brings more energy and joy into your life. Let's wrap things up by exploring a few more movements that focus on your upper body and heart, along with some practical tips to keep this momentum going. One of my favorites is the arm circle exercise. It's easy, can be done anywhere, and really wakes up your shoulders and chest while boosting circulation. Just stand or sit tall, extend your arms out to the sides, and slowly make small circles forward about 10 times, then reverse the direction. It might feel odd at first if you haven't moved your shoulders like this in a while, but that's okay. It's all about loosening tight muscles and encouraging blood to flow to your upper body. My neighbor Grace, who's 75, shared with me how these arm circles helped her feel less stiff and even improved her mood. She said, "It's like giving myself a little hug from the inside. Plus, moving your arms and chest like this gently encourages better oxygen exchange, which is wonderful for your heart health." Speaking of your heart, let's not forget the power of walking, even if it's just around your living room or outside for a few minutes. Walking stimulates your entire circulatory system and releases feel-good hormones that help reduce stress. You don't need to aim for a marathon. Just a comfortable pace where you feel your heart beating a bit faster is enough to get that blood pumping. Another gentle upper body movement to try is the seated spinal twist. Sitting in a chair with your feet flat, gently twist your torso to one side while holding onto the chair back for support. Hold for a few breaths, then switch sides. This helps improve spinal flexibility and circulation in your core, which can often feel tight or sluggish with age. Plus, it feels wonderful to stretch out that midsection, and it can even aid digestion. Now, you might be wondering, how do I put all these exercises together without feeling overwhelmed? The key is to keep it simple and listen to your body. Maybe start your day with those gentle stretches in bed. Sprinkle in some seated leg lifts or heel raises while watching television. Add a few arm circles and hip rotations, and take a short, easy walk when you feel up to it. Before you know it, these small moments become a routine that feels natural and rewarding. I want you to remember something important. Your body is wonderfully resilient. Even if you've been inactive for a while, it's never too late to nurture it back to life. Every movement you make sends a message to your cells, telling them you care, and that care ripples through your entire being, improving circulation, boosting intimacy, and lighting up your spirit. So why not start today? Maybe take a moment right now to try a few deep breaths, roll your shoulders, or wiggle your toes. Celebrate that choice, because it's the first step toward a more vibrant, connected you. If you found these ideas helpful, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Drop a comment below, sharing which exercises you enjoyed or any changes you've noticed. And if you want to keep discovering simple, life-enhancing tips for thriving after 60, consider subscribing and joining our little community. We're all in this together, supporting each other every step of the way. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, age is just a number, but the energy you feel comes from the choices you make each day. Keep moving, keep loving, and keep shining. Here's to your health, happiness, and all the beautiful moments ahead.